Hello, dear explorers, and welcome back to the English Learning Podcast. Let me ask you a question. Do your palms get sweaty when you walk into an international airport? Does your heart beat a little faster when you see the immigration officer sitting in that glass booth? Does the thought of misunderstanding an announcement make you want to avoid traveling altogether? If you said yes, you are completely normal. Airports are stressful places. They are loud, they are crowded, and everyone is rushing. Even native speakers get nervous in airports. Even people who fly every week sometimes feel that flutter of anxiety when something unexpected happens. But here is the good news. Today, we are going to cure that anxiety with preparation. We are going to walk together step by step through the entire airport journey. From the moment you walk up to the check-in desk all the way until you walk out into your new destination city. We are going to cover not just the basics, but also those tricky situations that can catch you off guard. What happens when your flight is delayed? How to ask for help? What to do if you miss an announcement? I am going to give you the exact phrases you need to say, and more importantly, the phrases you need to hear and understand. We will practice together. We will repeat the key expressions. And by the end of this episode, you will have a complete toolkit. By the end of this episode, your English will be your verbal passport. You will feel in control. You will walk through that airport like you own the place. So grab your boarding pass, take a deep breath, and let us begin. All right, stage 1, you have just arrived at the terminal. You have found your airline's area. You need to get your boarding pass and get rid of your big suitcase. You walk up to the desk. There might be a line, or you might walk straight up. The airline agent looks up at you, makes eye contact, and usually smiles. The number 1 rule of airport English is this: keep it simple. You do not need complex grammar here. You do not need to impress anyone with your vocabulary. You need clear, direct information. The agent will usually start with one of these 2 questions. Where are you flying today? Or may I see your passport and booking reference? Your job is easy. Hand over your documents and smile. If they ask where you are flying, you can simply say the city name. London or New York or Tokyo, that is it. One word is perfectly acceptable. Now let us talk about something many students worry about: the booking reference. This is also called a confirmation number, or PNR. It is usually a combination of 6 letters and numbers like a BC123. You might have it on your phone, printed on paper, or in an email. If the agent asks for it and you are not sure, you can say, "I have it on my phone, just one moment please." See, polite, clear, and you are buying yourself time to find it. Next comes the most important part of check-in: your luggage. The agent will ask, "Are you checking any bags today?" Or sometimes, "How many bags are you checking?" Remember the difference, because this is crucial. Checked baggage goes under the plane, you say goodbye to it, and you pick it up at your destination. Carry-on baggage, also called hand luggage or cabin baggage, comes with you onto the plane. It goes in the overhead bin or under the seat in front of you. Let us practice your response. If you have one big suitcase to check, you do not need a long sentence. Listen to this phrase and then repeat it in the pause. Yes, just one. Excellent. If you have 2 bags, yes, 2 bags. If you are only carrying a small bag on the plane, no, just carry on. Perfect. Now they will probably ask you to put your checked bag on the scale. They will say, "Could you place it on the scale, please?" or "Can you lift it onto the belt?" You do not need to say anything here, just do it and nod. Now here is a pro tip, and this is important. Sometimes your bag is too heavy. The screen shows a number that is over the limit. This is stressful, I know. If the agent says your bag is overweight or you are 3 kilos over the limit, do not panic. You have 2 options, and you need the English to handle them calmly. Option 1, pay the extra fee. You say, "Okay, how much is the fee?" or "Can I pay with a card?" Option 2, rearrange your items. You say, "Can I take some things out and put them in my carry-on?" Or, "Is it okay if I move some items to my other bag?" Usually, they will say yes. They might even step aside for a minute to let you reorganize. It is not a big deal. This happens 20 times a day at every airport. Finally, before you leave the desk, they might ask about your seating preference if you did not choose online. Do you prefer a window or an aisle seat? Sometimes they will phrase it differently. Would you like window or aisle? Let us practice both answers. Aisle, please. Window, please. And if you do not care, you can say either is fine. Perfect. Now the agent prints your boarding pass, attaches your baggage claim tag, and says something like, Gate B45, boarding at 10:30, have a nice flight. You say thank you, you too. Yes, even though they are not flying, it is polite. It is like when the waiter says enjoy your meal and you accidentally say you too. It is fine, they understand. Stage 2, security. Take a deep breath. This is the most stressful part for everyone. Why? Because it is fast, because people are shouting orders at you, and because there are rules you might not know until you are already in line. Your goal here is listening comprehension and speed. You do not need to speak much at security, you just need to understand and obey quickly. Here is the vocabulary of the security line. Let us learn it now so you recognize it when you hear it shouted. The bins or trays. These are the gray or white plastic boxes you put your stuff in. Electronics out. Laptops, tablets, and sometimes large cameras need to come out of your bag and go in their own bin. Liquids bag, your small, clear Ziploc bag of toiletries. Each container must be 100 milliliters or less. This bag needs to come out and go in a bin by itself. Empty your pockets, everything. Keys, phone, wallet, coins, tissues, everything. Belt off, shoes off. In some countries, you have to remove your belt and shoes. In others, you do not. Watch the people in front of you and follow their lead. The security officers are not there to have a chat. They use direct imperatives, commands. They might sound rude to you, but they are just in a hurry. Do not take it personally. Listen for these rapid-fire instructions. I am going to say them quickly like an officer would. Laptops out of the bag. Belts and shoes off. Everything out of your pockets. Push your bins forward. Keep moving. Step to the side. Notice, no please, no thank you, no extra words, just commands. That is normal, just do what they say. When it is your turn, you will walk through the metal detector. Some airports have the newer body scanners where you stand with your arms up. If you are not sure what to do, the officer will show you with hand gestures or tell you. Arms up or feet on the marks or stand still. If the machine beeps, do not apologize. Do not say sorry, just stop and wait for instructions. They might say, step over here please, or arms out to the side, or do you have anything metal on you? If you forgot something in your pocket, you can say, oh, I think I have coins in my pocket, or maybe my belt buckle. Sometimes they will pat you down, sometimes they will use a handheld scanner. Just stay calm, stay still, and let them do their job. Once you are through, grab your bins and get out of the way to repack. Do not stand in the middle of the security exit trying to put your belt back on while 20 people are waiting behind you. Move to the side, to the benches, and organize yourself there. Congratulations, you survived security. Sometimes, randomly, they will pull your bag aside for additional screening. Do not panic. This is random. It does not mean you did anything wrong. They will open your bag and maybe swab it with a little cloth to test for explosive residue. They might ask, is this your bag? You say, yes, it is. Did you pack it yourself? You say, yes, I did. That is it. They check, they zip it back up, and you go, no big deal. Stage 3, the gate. You find your gate number, let us say B45. You look up at the screen to confirm. Yes, it says London 10:30, gate B45. You sit down, the anxiety is lower now. You made it through security. You have time. But this is not the time to zone out completely. You still need to stay alert for announcements. Airport announcements can be hard to understand. They are often muffled, spoken quickly, or in a heavy accent, but you only need to listen for a few key pieces of information: your flight number, the gate number, and any changes. Let us practice listening for delays. Attention passengers on Flight 292 to London. We are experiencing a slight delay due to a technical issue. Our new departure time is 11 o'clock. We apologize for the inconvenience. Keywords: delay, technical issue, new departure time. Or sometimes, Flight 292 to London is now boarding at Gate C12. Please proceed to Gate C12. Keywords: gate change, C12. If you miss an announcement, do not panic. Look at the screen. The screens update in real time, or you can ask someone at the gate desk. Excuse me, is this flight still on time? Or has the gate changed? If you are unsure if you are in the right place, you can ask a fellow passenger. This is actually a great low-stakes way to practice speaking. Passengers are usually friendly and helpful. Walk up to someone who looks relaxed and say, "Excuse me, is this the flight to London?" They will say yes, or "I think so," or even "No, that is Gate C12. You say, "Thank you so much," or just "Thanks." Easy, low pressure, good practice. Eventually, they will start boarding. Most airlines board by zones or rows now. Listen for "We are now boarding Zone 1" and passengers requiring extra time. Now boarding Zones 2 and 3. This is the final boarding call for Flight 292. Check your boarding pass. It will say your zone number or your row number. Do not rush. Wait for your zone. There is no prize for boarding first. In fact, it is better to board later so you spend less time sitting on the plane. When it is your turn, hand your boarding pass to the agent. They will scan it and say, "Have a good flight," or "Enjoy your trip." You say "Thank you," and you walk down the jetway onto the plane. All right, you flew. Maybe you slept, maybe you watched movies, maybe you just stared at the map on the screen. Either way, you landed. You are tired, maybe a little disoriented from the time change. Now you face the final boss, Stage 4, Immigration and Customs. This is where most students feel the highest anxiety. You are standing in a long line, sometimes it is an hour long, waiting to speak to an officer in a uniform behind a glass wall. The room is silent except for the sound of passport stamps. Everyone looks serious. Listen to me carefully. The immigration officer is not your friend, but they are also not your enemy. They have a job to do. Their job is to ensure you are entering the country legally and that you will leave when you say you will. They are not trying to trick you. They are not trying to catch you. They just need to verify your information. The golden rule for immigration English is this: answer only the question asked. Do not volunteer extra information. If you talk too much, you sound nervous. If you ramble, you raise suspicion. If you are short, direct, and confident, you sound like someone who has nothing to hide. Let us the 3 most common questions. I will be the officer. You answer in the pause. Question 1. The purpose. Officer, what is the purpose of your visit? Or why are you here? Do not tell them your life story. Do not say, well, I have always wanted to see this country and my friend told me about it and I saved money for 2 years. No 1 or 2 words. Good answers. Tourism. Business meetings. Visiting family. I am here for a conference. Perfect, short, clear, confident. Question 2. The duration. Officer, how long will you be staying, or when are you leaving? Be specific. Do not say a while or maybe a few weeks. Good answers. 2 weeks. Just until Sunday. 10 days. I am leaving on the 15th. Great. Notice that you can give the exact date or just the length of time. Both are fine. Question 3. The location. Officer, where will you be staying? Or what is your accommodation? Have your hotel name or your friend's address ready. Ideally, write it down on a piece of paper or have it on your phone ready to show them. Do not make them wait while you search through your emails. Good answers. At the hotel downtown. At my cousin's house in Brooklyn. I have the address here on my phone. Excellent. If they ask for the address, show them the screen or the paper. Do not try to read out a long address from memory. Sometimes they ask a few more. Do you have a return ticket? Answer yes, I do, or yes, here it is, and show them your phone or printed ticket. What do you do for work? Answer, keep it simple, I am a teacher, or I am an engineer, or I am a student. Is this your first time in this country? Answer, yes, or no, I was here 2 years ago. Do not joke, do not say things like I am here to steal your jobs, even if you think it is funny. They will not laugh. Do not argue. If they ask you a question twice, do not say I already told you, just answer again politely. Do not look nervous. I know that is hard, but try, make eye contact, speak clearly, stand up straight. Usually that is it. They look at your passport, they type something into the computer and then, thump, they stamp your passport. Sometimes they do not say anything, they just hand it back. Sometimes they say, welcome to the country or enjoy your stay. You say thank you. And you walk away, congratulations, you are in. Now you follow the signs to baggage claim, you find your carousel number on the screen, look for your flight number, you wait. Eventually, the bags start coming out. Grab your bag, check the tag to make sure it is really yours. Lots of black suitcases look the same. Then you walk toward the exit, but wait, one more step, you pass one last officer, customs. Customs officers are looking for illegal items or things you need to pay tax on, like if you bought expensive electronics abroad or you are carrying large amounts of cash. They almost always ask just one question. Do you have anything to declare, or anything to declare? Unless you are carrying $10,000 in cash, bottles of alcohol, cartons of cigarettes, or items worth thousands of dollars, the answer is simple. Repeat it with confidence. No, nothing to declare. Sometimes they do not even ask, they just wave you through. Sometimes they will ask to check your bag. Do not panic, just open it, let them look, and answer any questions briefly. And just like that, you walk out the sliding doors into the arrivals hall. You see people holding signs, families hugging, taxi drivers shouting. You did it, you are here. Let us take a deep breath together. We just went from the curb of your home airport to the arrival hall of a new country. We walked through check-in, security, the gate, the flight, immigration, and customs. Every step, every phrase, every possible question. And notice something important. You did not need to use perfect present, perfect continuous tense grammar. You did not need fancy vocabulary. You needed nouns. You needed short, clear answers. You needed confidence. That is the secret of airport English. Confidence comes from preparation. Anxiety comes from the unknown. Now you know what they are going to ask, you know what you need to say, you know what to listen for. The next time you fly, download this episode, listen to it in the taxi on the way to the airport. Practice those phrases in your head. Visualize yourself walking through each stage calmly and successfully. And remember, even if you make a mistake, even if you have to repeat yourself, even if you do not understand the first time, it is okay. Everyone is human. The officers are human. They understand that English might not be your first language. Just stay calm, stay polite, and ask them to repeat if you need to. Thank you for trusting me to be your guide today. Safe travels, keep practicing, and I will see you in the next episode. Bon voyage.